So the basis for this meeting is everyone's life right now is completely different and changed. Oh, hey there. No, not on the record table. Oh, no. Okay, I know it's sunny there, but no. Alright, I'm pretty excited about what we're going to be talking about today. Which coffee's mine? This one? We're starting a really big and exciting week, and I haven't had this much energy to vlog in a while. We don't normally vlog on a Sunday. Check out the newest member of our family right here. My new vinyl display holder. Look at this. Oh. Johnny Cash box set right there. You can just flip and see it super easy. What? Pink Floyd Pulse box set? Yep, right there. So today's vlog is gonna be a little bit more of a step-by-step process. Normally Cami and I have a Tuesday morning, we call it like our business meeting for our family. We've filmed like a ton of them over the years because it's been so valuable and important for us. In businesses, you have like a leadership team meeting. All businesses, all organizations have this. But for the family, oftentimes you don't really have these meetings. You just kind of like fly by the seat of your pants.
Well, all your energy is given to these other meetings. If you work outside of the home, all the energy is given to that. All the energy is given to school meetings.
It's just assumed that whatever happens with family is kind of the leftovers when it comes to intentionality. Like family time, you just kind of like survive so that you can get to the important stuff like work, school, church, and other clubs and sports. But what we've found is that we think the family time or whatever social unit you're a part of deserves just as much intentionality and attention as these other areas in our life. The best things in our life basically don't happen on accident. Everything from hiking the AT to doing trail magic on the AT to what's gonna be happening this next week. So while we normally do these meetings on a Tuesday out at a fancy breakfast place.
All those breakfast places are closed.
Yeah, we felt the need to do this here. Now so what I'm taking to Cami is the schedule that I created just as like a rough draft. And oftentimes what happens is in these meetings is we each bring different ideas that we have just to kind of like get the other person's feedback. I mean, this is like our leadership team, I guess, if you want to call it that. That's what we're doing right now. Oh man, today is such a busy day. Okay, Cami and I, we had our meeting. It lasted about 40 minutes. And it was really helpful because she provided some feedback on the schedule, and for the most part she agreed with it, but she noticed two things that I hadn't thought of. One was a time slot for the chores to be taken care of, and one was a time period for us to like kind of assess as a family before the goals and debrief it afterwards. So it's 2 o'clock, which is now gonna be a very important step of this process, which is to present this plan to the family. There's a few things that are like really important to me when I do that. One is, it really is just that. It's a presentation and it's an invitation. We're not gonna make this a requirement. My goal is to make this so interesting and helpful to the family that they want to opt into it. So in a way, I have to kind of like sell it and say like, hey guys, this is what I think is gonna be best for you, but I want them to know that it's completely optional, so that if they do it, it's their choice. So that's the first thing. But the second thing is, I'm gonna also present this schedule to them as a rough draft, and I want them to be able to provide feedback into it. Because what we've noticed is when people have the opportunity to provide feedback into things and when they feel it's optional, when they buy in, it's more sincere and they take more ownership of it and therefore more pride about it. Because what I don't want to do is like force them and then spend the rest of my week trying to enforce it and force them and like bring the hammer down and act like a cop. I would rather say, hey, if you want to do it, great. I'll support you in doing it, but I'm doing it with you. I'm not like above you on a different level and gonna expend all this energy, which just takes up, I mean, it gives me a headache even like thinking about it, of like trying to catch them and make sure that they're doing it like the exact right way or not sneaking around or not skipping it. If they don't believe it's best for them, I kind of want them like not to do it and to see how that goes. But we're having that meeting now and I'm gonna present this to them. Okay, so the basis for this meeting, you guys all know everyone's life right now is completely different and changed because of the coronavirus. School is canceled for everyone. Work is canceled for most everyone. What this does is creates a pretty incredible opportunity for us to like reassess our schedule and reassess our life and prioritize things in a different way than we were able to do even 2 weeks ago. So what I want to do is I want to present you guys with an idea that we will try out for 1 week. And how this works is you guys are invited to be a part of this, but you don't have to be. If we do what just will naturally happen, we're gonna do what's easiest, but it's not gonna be necessarily the most rewarding. So what I would like to help you guys do is figure out what it is that you want to do if you had a week, and to help you guys and me do that, do those things. Those things that you want to do, those things that you're proud of doing, those things that you think will help you beyond this week. It's super easy in this time to spend time on Instagram, to spend time talking about Corona, to spend time doing all those things. And all those things are fine, but they're not really things that, you know, make you better, usually. They just fill up time. So, this is going to be the proposed schedule. 7:15 a.m. workout, 8 a.m. breakfast, 9 a.m. work block 1, 10:15 work block 2, 11:30 work block 3. These are each an hour with 15-minute break in between. 12:30 lunch, 1:15 work block 4, 3 o'clock chores, 4 o'clock running, 6 o'clock dinner, and at 8 p.m. we watch 1 episode of Westworld together. Okay, now what I want to do is come up with a list of ideas that we might want to consider for our work block times. These are things that you guys have as goals that you would want to create, and things that you guys want to learn or create with your free time. Practice an instrument. Okay, the final one I want to share with you guys, which is my goal for this week, is I would like to write and publish an ebook by Friday about this process that I'm able to give away to free for people to help them kind of like do this type of process with their families. So my question is, how many of you guys want to be involved in a schedule this week to accomplish those types of goals?
I do.
What? Me.
I do.
I thought that meeting was really cool. I thought it was a lot different than any other meeting we've had because I thought there was a lot more inspiration than usually. It's just like a lot of arguing and just that. I'm excited and a little bit worried, but I don't really know how it's gonna be. but I'm excited to get stuff done.
I'm pretty excited for this new schedule and what I can get done. I'm hoping to get some video ideas done that I just have in my head and I just want to get it out. I don't really have a whole lot of motivation, so the schedule like really supports that. And then some other things that I want to learn, like some construction things, like mechanical things, and music too.
Since we've come back from the trip, I was kind of like already really excited about having this time that I don't normally have to be able to do things at home, even through all this like crazy stuff that's happening. But I feel really stressed out because since we were gone, there's been like a lot of schoolwork that I have to catch up on. But I think this week, the kind of like the challenge that this presents for me is like deciding whether I want to, how much value I want to give to completing an assignment on time versus doing a project that I'm really inspired about and like really enjoy doing and feel like 10 times more gratified about finishing than just another assignment about, I don't know, balancing chemistry equations or something that I'm excited to learn about, but I don't care about as much as I do creating something. That's gonna be really hard for me to balance, but I'm really excited to see how this kind of plays out.
So how did you feel like that meeting went?
I felt like it went well. It's cool to put up all the potential things that we could be doing this week. It definitely was inspiring for me and seemed like it was for the other kids. It's also a little overwhelming because it's like, okay, you don't have any other excuses, like get your stuff done that you want to get done.
It's a big shift, and I think like you said, it does potentially reveal a bunch of excuses and reasons why we don't do these things. This is something I just wrote up here to show the kids. The real point of this week is to prioritize or promote purpose over panic. So panic is just like all of those things that
It's like whatever is right in front of your face, do that instead of like taking the time to think, okay, what do I really want to do with my week or with my day?
Yeah, panic is living really responsibly. It's saying, okay, whatever the news or is going on in the world or Instagram or other people or friends or employers tell you is important, that's what you do. And oftentimes you get to the end of a week of prioritizing those things and you're like, what the hell happened to my week? It just feels like I was on a hamster wheel.
It's like more of a passive response instead of a more proactive, like you take control of your life.
And ownership and responsibility.
Yeah.
And purpose, you know, the thing that I want to show you guys, in case you haven't seen it, I mean, we created this massive list over here of things that people could do this week, and maybe I'll read some of it. Really, it's not my purpose or our purpose for the kids. We want them to choose. So it's really prioritizing their purpose over panic, not even ours. And it's just us enabling and teaching them.
But we're doing it too, so we're modeling it to them.
Yeah.
It's not just that for them.
But it's not telling them, you do what I want you to do. We're saying, you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a good experiment either way. I'm really optimistic. I'm really doing this for myself because I want to write this book this week. And this book is actually going to be about this process and how we got to this point and why I think this is a better way to lead a family and how it might help you guys try it out.
Fasten your vlog seatbelts
Strap on, because we're going to have a week. That's going to be all for today, but we're going to be publishing videos for the next 5 days about how this process goes. We're off for a 7-mile run right now. There was supposed to be a half marathon today that got canceled because of the coronavirus. It was supposed to be today. We should be doing 13 miles, but we're only doing 7.
Well, it is pretty cold out.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Leia's ready to go.
I'm eating some chocolate.
Mom,